All right, day 2. I changed 100 chaos into a divine with the hopes that divines are going to go up in price. I predict they're going to be 150 chaos pretty soon, so I'm going to make a pretty good profit just by turning chaos into divine. I sold it in power, got it a second divine, and now I am waiting for POE trade to work. Let's see if it's up. It wasn't up earlier. To check the price of some of my gear items. Looks like it is still down, so I don't know the price of anything. But yesterday I didn't do too much, just pounded through some of my Atlas passives, and I got a unique passive on this guy with this 7 to 16 physical damage. Probably one of the best nodes I can get. This 10% attack speed doesn't really do anything for my build, and neither does this critical strike chance minus accuracy. I hit all the time with this mace, so these two are just kind of meh. And then it goes into traps. They allowed a two-handed mace to get trap nodes. That seems dumb. Elemental penetration, whatever. Knockback with Cyclone and sweep. So I'm only going to get these two. Maybe get that one, but mostly I'm just going to get these two. Now, I decided I wanted to have a little fun and put Cyclone into General's Cry, so we're all just spinning. We're all just spinning. The damage is awful compared to putting Sunder in there. But let's run one of these guys and see what happens. See, look at that. We're Cyclone bros. Cyclone bros. Bros to the end. Look at us. We're just having fun. We're spinning. We're winning. Now, the reason the Cyclone looks like it's doing a little more damage than it should is the Impale node that has a 10% chance to make Impales last an additional strike. So with my Shockwave, which does a big hit, the quad Cyclones... Did they run to the right way? Oh, my boys just showed me where to go. That's great. With the Cyclones, I got 5 Cyclones hitting, and each one has pretty fast attack speed. They're hitting like 4 times a second or 5 times a second. That's basically guaranteeing that my big Shockwaves are at least getting 1, maybe 2 extra Impale hits, which is pretty strong. Oh. This isn't the version of the build that's going to be used. I definitely, if anyone wants to try to use this General Cry in the non-meta way, I do not recommend Cyclone. Don't take this as me giving Cyclone a recommendation. It's just a cool synergy, and I really like to apply synergies in this game. And being able to have these big shockwaves that I hit with get replicated on their Impale damage with all these Cyclones. It's a cool idea. There's almost no way for me to test out the damage aside from timing how quickly I can kill someone like this. But it's a pretty cool idea. I like it. I like the idea. Obviously, Sunder is significantly more powerful. I guess I played Sunder with the no socket build that I made, but I don't remember Sunder being this powerful. Sunder is a very strong skill, and when you don't have to cast it yourself because it attacks so slow, having your minions cast it, man, Sunder feels great. I give Sunder a lot of props. Now I pathed into this node, Grand Design, a little too early. I wasn't getting enough map sustain, so I pathed back out of it, which was a bit pricey, and now I went full breach, and now I just got this one. So now I am in basically full breach. There's 1 breach nodes that I'm not getting up here, and we don't need to worry about those. So let us see if we can get a breach map. Wharf. I don't know if Wharf is good for breach, but we'll find out. Less recovery rate, vulnerability, hexproof. beyond. Kind of nasty. I'll do it anyways. Yeah, we can still get blue buff. Let's do blue buff. I haven't fought any of the bosses yet. I got a free red boss kill and got one of the void stones, but I didn't fight the red boss, and I couldn't have beat him. Right now, my defenses are not sound. I only have 4,100 life. I'm waiting on a few items. When I play this game in softcore, I typically like to get my DPS up, so that way I can flash farm and then die a few times. And in order to get to level 92, 93 and beyond, then I focus on my defenses. But for now, I'm just focusing on offense and cycloning around like a fucking clown. Cycloning around like a clown. Look at my boys cycloning. They're having a blast. Cyclone is the best feeling spell in this game, and they broke it. It's the worst damage, probably the worst damage melee skill in the game. The only way you can make Cyclone work is by using stuff with Cyclone, which is hilarious. Hilarious, because they tried to nerf Cyclone so it wouldn't be a popular skill. But the only people that use Cyclone are people that aren't using Cyclone. Cyclone became ultra powerful because cast while channeling, cast on crit, and that's basically it. There was a moment for like, I think maybe 2 seasons where Cyclone actually had AoE and Cyclone actually had damage. And that league, everyone used Cyclone because it was split between 2 different groups of people. People using Cock and people using Cyclone. Now, the fact that they nerfed the people using Cyclone and kept the people using Cock is absolutely hysterical. So they nerfed Cyclone because people were using it with Cock and people were using it with Cyclone. And they were unhappy that people were having fun in the game. So when people have fun in the game, they got to get rid of that fun. So they nerfed the shit out. Oh, goddamn. Lady brought me a big old fat donut. That looks good as hell. So, they nerfed the damage of Cyclone. They nerfed the AoE. They nerfed Cyclone to the ground, thinking less people would use it with Cock. But now, no one uses it with just Cyclone. Only people that use it are Cock. So they fucked up completely on their nerfing of Cyclone. And then later, after they nerfed Cyclone, they then nerfed mana cost, which then finally hurt the Cock people. So when they nerfed the mana cost, they should have rebuffed. They 100% should have rebuffed Cyclone. Because one of the big problems with Cyclone was everyone was cocking with it. But now that Cock's gone, they should have amped up the AoE again. Or add the damage. I think the damage would be a better amp than the AoE. The AoE feels great. And having insane AoE doesn't impact Cock that much. Definitely doesn't impact cast while channeling. The increased AoE just impacts Cyclone players. But the reason they have to keep Cyclone nerf is because all other melee skills feel kinda like shit. Because melee is in a bit of a bad spot. I like melee. I play melee simply because it's more fun than spells for me. I'm kind of a melee cuck. But Cyclone just feels good. So because Cyclone feels good and it's fun to play, they have to nerf the shit out of it. And their nerf kind of don't work. They kind of busted it with the nerf. In my unhumble opinion. So we need a petition to get Cyclone back to its glory days, because those always work. This is a pretty fun build. It's almost like having old school, man, what's the name of that sword that used to actually work well, and then they nerfed that sword because people started using it with Cyclone, and you can't use things with Cyclone. Man, what's the name of that? The Mirage. I can't think of the name. One-handed sword you get from Sirius. The Savior, there we go. Brain got there. So the Savior was cool, and it made a lot of skills work well with it. So, you know, you can't have melee compete with magic spells. You gotta keep melee down, because if melee competes with magic spells, then you have more ways than one to play this game, and they don't want that. So they nerfed the Savior. They fucking nerfed that shit in the ground. And now the Savior doesn't work well. But I'm kind of recreating the Savior with this Cyclone action with my General Cry. Look at that. I'm basically savioring. How cool is this? How cool is this? Sure, I'm not doing any damage, but, you know, I'm feeling cool. I'm looking cool. And feeling cool and looking cool is half of the battle. I now got my attack speed on my weapon. I've been having a blast with this build. It feels so good to play Cyclone again. It's been a while since I like legitimately started with the Cyclone build, and Cyclone's just the best. It really is. You just close your eyes. I just hold 2 mouse buttons down and I go. I have 3 automated potions. I need 1 more potion to automate. I don't think I can get away with getting rid of my life potion, so I'm going to keep that one. Well, let's drop 2 of these boys. Yeah, it just feels good. Just feels good. Now, if only we can get the damage up. Get these numbers up. These are rookie numbers. But once I buy my mace, my real mace, not the one that I'm currently using, which has been working well. But once I buy my real mace, I'm going to switch back to Sunder. I'm just having a little fun. Just having a little fun with Cyclone. Pretending the Savior is still good. Now, I should. Imagine if the Savior was still good. I know I can't use Shockwave. But I can still use General's Cry with the Savior and Cyclone. I wonder if my Cyclones from the General's Cry will also be spawning Saviors. I doubt it, but if they were, you'd have like 15 Cycloners going around. Or I can do something wild with like Dancing Dervish or something like that, and we could just all be spinning. We can all be mobile, so we're not standing in all that high damage puddles and all that jazz. All right, let's take a quick look at my skills. I really want to path into here to get the 10% more damage, but for now, I pathed out. I needed a little bit of res, and I kept dying from bleed, so I just went ahead and went full bleed immunity with this node here. And that's how I'm pathed currently. I could path out of this, and then path out of that, and swing all the way over to here to get precise technique and more life. And then grab these accuracy nodes, and it should be enough accuracy to rock precise technique. But I'm not going to do that. 40% more damage? Come on, who needs that? That's just gratuitous. And the fact that I plan on running that big boy mace, I can't run the big boy mace and that at the same time. So let's take a look. Let's see. I have to lean because my coffee's in the way of my screen. Lean and screen. Let's see if I was right. Let's see if turning my chaos into divines was the correct choice. It's still not up. We still got some bad gateways. We still got all kinds of issues with trade. So trade not working. I'm pretty sure I'm correct. I'm pretty sure when trade goes back up, we're going to see those divine prices shooting up. My final guess for the maximum price of divines per chaos is going to be 400. At some point in this league, divines are going to hit 400 chaos for a divine. That's my opinion. We'll see how right I am. All right, I'm going to get to playing this game, get to live streaming. You guys have a fantastic night or day. I don't even know what time it is right now.